Thank you very much for joining me in Dubai Fafa on this episode of making Sobolo and Pears. To it, I'm actually going to add some sugar, a glass of ginger wine. You can actually use fresh ginger, grains of salim. I use about 5 to 6 stalks of it. And then I've actually got blush pears. You can use your normal green pears you can get from your local grocers or your supermarket. Fresh mint or dry mint if you don't have that, if you don't have the fresh mint, that is. And then your hibiscus flower, which you can get in most supermarkets or specialist African shops. So to start it off, what I'm actually going to make is a Sobolo drink itself, which is actually quite synonymous with Ghanaians, or most Africans, I would say, and Jamaicans as well. So to it, I'm adding a liter of water. And with that liter of water, it's actually going to be on a low heat because all I want to do is just infuse some flavors. And I'm going to actually add my 500 ml of ginger wine. Or if you don't have that, then use 1.5 milliliters, 1.5 liters of water. And then add fresh ginger to it. You can always, improvise. I'm going to add about the 5 to 6 stalks of the grains of saline to it. And also about 4 to 5 cloves. Now, I don't want to overpower it, but I need that hint. I need that sort of warmth in the background, which would be great. And, the ginger in there is going to give it that spice. So it is going to be a lovely combination. It will be refreshing by the time I finish adding the mint type thing to it. So now that this is actually just infused, I'm actually going to add the hibiscus flowers. You can get it from most health shops. You can buy it online. It is something that's readily available. And the beauty about it is once it's infused, it actually has this dark purpley pinkish color and it's amazing. It's a little bit on the bitter side, or I won't say bitter, but more of a tangy side. So I do add some sugar, about 5 to 6 tablespoons, but you can actually, use less. You have to actually just make the recipe to your own preference as to what your preferential taste is. And I'm actually going to stir this now. And I want the sugar to melt. That's very important that it actually melts whilst the leaves also infuse and all the flavors that I've actually incorporated all come together. Now this, bearing in mind, is on the low heat. I'm just adding a little bit extra because I want it to be deep and rich. Because it's a beautiful syrup sauce that I actually want. That syrup that I'll be actually dressing the pears with will be amazing. And also, I mean, at this stage, this is how most people would make it. Others would add other spices, but this is how in Dubai Fafa I like to make it. So you can see that the infusion is actually taking place here now. So I'm just stirring it, and now I'm going to add a bunch of fresh mint. You can add dry mint if you actually have access to any fresh mint. And that's just nice. And the reason why I've actually added the mint to it is because I want that refreshing taste. It actually lifts it up. Because of that little cranberry taste, of that tanginess and stuff, it lifts it up and it gives it that refreshing taste. And it's just amazing. And I love the colors. Look how beautiful that is. It's just like, wow. Now, with the pears, all I've just done is actually just peeled them and left the stalk. It's important that you do leave the stalk because it's also a decorative thing, but it also helps that when you actually put it in your saucepan, you can lower it beautifully in there. Because I do find the ones without the stalk or ones that the stalk's actually taken off, usually when you're actually dipping into the saucepan, they usually, more than usual, will drop. Oh, as if I knew. Yeah, exactly what's happened here. Anyway, so I'm just going to stir this and incorporate it. And I'm actually going to slow cook this for about an hour or until the sauce is actually reduced by a third. I actually just needed more of like a syrupy texture to it, and you can see it's just bubbling away beautifully yet again on a low heat, which is just the beauty about cooking. There's no need to rush. And you can see that I've actually finished about 2 of the pears already. I'm kidding. Just actually designing or decorating in different ways, but you can see how lovely the sauce is. So here we have the beautiful pear, and you can see that, and I'm actually just standing outside enjoying my creation, and I'm loving the sauce and I'm loving the color, and it's a little bit of a dark day today I guess, so it's not enough lighting for you to see how delicate and actually how lovely and pink it is through, but hey, I have to actually improvise. So yeah, so what I've actually just done with this is I've just sprinkled with some little mint, fresh mint, and it gives it that little je ne sais quoi. Everybody would go like, oh, mint, because that refreshes their taste buds anyway. And then they have the sauce, and then they break into it. And what I've done here, actually, I've just got some natural yogurt, and I mixed the fresh mint with it as well. So it's just two ways on how to actually serve the same thing, and just serve with it, and it's amazing. Now, thing about it is, because the yogurt is tangy and the mint is refreshing, it plays on it as well. Once again, thank you very much for joining in Dubai Fafa, and I hope to see you again. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you.